The town of Salem may be known for their witch trials, but Framingham is known for being where the accused witch Sarah Clays fled to, escaping the hangings that took her two sisters. Legend has it that she, her husband, and other accused witches spent a winter in the caves located in what is now the Ashland Town Forest. The Sudbury Valley Trustees, along with members of the Ashland Historical Society, gave a tour of the Witch's Cave recently. The caves are part of the Ashland Town Forest and the Sudbury Valley Trustees' COWASSOCK Woods. Attendees walk through the trails and old farm roads to get to the rock formation, which is partially collapsed. The guides told of the darker history of the edge of Framingham, known as Salem's End. A popular hangout spot for generations, it is not totally pristine, but through the tours like this, stewards hope greater appreciation will help preserve the caves and our ancestors' stories.
Today we're going to see the what's left of the Salem Witches Caves, and I say that in quotes. The caves themselves have somewhat collapsed, but the ledge in the rock formation that we'll see, you'll get the idea of what the people faced when they first came out here in 1692.
The land in back of us, as you will see when you go up the red trail, and we start up a steep slope, was heavily inhabited by Native Americans. And there are many stone artifacts in the woods there. So we'll enter on the red trail, which is just down here, and we're going to follow this red trail to point 25, and then we're going to start down a little hill, and we'll come to what was an old farm road, and that will lead us to the caves.
From 1700 to 1846, I just want to let you know that this entire forest between that period of time was actually part of Framingham. Ashland was not incorporated until 1846. I want to just briefly talk about three of the accused: Mary, Rebecca, and Sarah. Basically, they were very nice, ordinary women. But a hysteria grew, and with any group dynamic, you know, what one person probably wouldn't even think of doing, if you get into a group and everybody's saying, oh yeah, 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 then people tend to go along with it. What then happened was the surviving sister, Sarah, was spirited away from a jail up in Ipswich, I believe, by her husband, with possibly the assistance of a former deputy governor, Danforth, who happened to own, at that point in time, all of this land. It was Danforth Farms. Her husband took Sarah, and they came basically down, the only way out at the time was the old Connecticut path. And they struggled along the way, and they wound up at the next area that we're going to be going to, which is lovingly referred to as the Salem Witch Caves. Okay, this is the area that has been told to me was the site of the Witch's Caves. This is where Sarah and her husband and eventually a number of her families came to settle in that January 1692.